Hello everyone and welcome to this video. My name is Tomke Israel. I'm a keynote speaker, a voice coach and a talent development expert. And in this video, I'm going to share with you the secret to singing like a pro. I'm going to teach you everything that I know, everything that I've learned over the years that have made me to sing like a pro. So people say. So I'm going to show you the secret. So let's dive into it because we don't have all the day, all the time. So let's get into it. So whenever we hear the word secret, so many things come into our mind. It means something is being hidden, something is being protected, something is being secured, something is being prevented from other people to know. So anytime we hear secret, we're always thinking about there's something being hidden. Today I'm going to uncover it. Now, the secret to singing like a pro, it's a very simple secret that most people already know, but they don't know how to use it. Now, before we dive into the secret, let's first of all talk about what is singing. Singing is making melody with words. If I say, I love you, Jesus, I'm just talking. But if I say, I love you, Jesus, now I'm putting melody into the words. So now it's not singing. I'm making melody with words. And the song is an organized melody with words. So melody is the key factor to making anything music, to making anything interesting when it comes to music. So you must know how to master the art of creating melody. Melody is the key thing. Melody is the secret to singing like a pro, because most of the songs you've heard that are beautiful songs, how you love them, most of the great songs that you are used to, it's because you like the melody line. It's not because of the words. It starts with the melody line, then you now start considering the word, because somebody might say something that is very interesting, but if it's not catchy, you might not like it. Somebody might sing a song and the lyrics of the song is good, but you're just not interested in listening to the song. Why? Because the melody line is not catchy. So you have to be used to melody line. So what is melody? Melody is a group of selected successions of sound. If I do do, di, then we're going to do the practical so that you understand all these things. So if I do do, di, re, mi, fa, fi, so, si, la, li, ti, do, ti, to, la, la, so, fi, fa, mi, mo, re, ra, do, that's just the chromatic scale. And as a musician, you're supposed to know the chromatic scale. Most of us are used to do, re, mi, fa, so, la, ti, do. We're not used to the chromatic scale, but that's just 7 sounds out of 12 sounds. And then we have a relative minor scale, which is la, ti, do, re, mi, fa, so, la, so, fa, mi, re, do, ti, la. And most of us don't know how to use the combination of this different series of sound. But those are the things that makes up a melody line. So every song, you listen to every song, they have a melody line. As a matter of fact, most intro of a song, or most catchy part of the song, or the hooks of the song, is because of the melody line that create that hook that makes you to like that song. So to become a professional singer, you must understand sound. You must be good with sound. You must understand melody. Like I said, melody is a group of selected successions of sound. Sound first selected in different successions, and there's a difference between melody and scale. Scale is a series of sound. They can be in ascending order or descending order, because the word scale is gotten from a Latin word scala, which means ladder. So a scale is a group of ascending sound, series of sound, or descending series of sound. That's what a scale is. So we have a chromatic scale, we have a major scale, we have a relative minor scale. Those are the main scales that you use when producing music and making melody, which means scale is the foundation of melody. Without a scale, you can't have a melody, because the melody can be a phrase of a song, it can be a trill in a music playing, guitar or whatsoever. It might be a trill, it might be a phrase of a song. That is just melody. But what makes up those phrases is the scale. And the scale is made up of sound. So you have to understand sound. So becoming a professional musician has a lot to do with you understanding this stuff. So what is sound? Sound is what we hear. That's the simple definition that is given to children. Sound is what we hear. Or you can say sound is the result outcome when a compressed air passes through a resonating body. That's a more advanced definition of sound. So when I say sound is the result outcome when a compressed air passes through a resonating body, what that simply means is sound cannot be produced without the presence of air. For instance, in between my hand there is air right now, but you can't see it. But we all know there's air. It's just like putting water in your hands. If you clap your hand, it will splash. So the same thing happen. In between my hands there is air. If I clap my hand, that air is no longer flowing freely. And you can see the sound is not really loud. But if I put my hand like this, now I've created a containing way to contain the air. Now if I clap my hand, the air will burst, and that's how the sound is produced. So sound is actually a result of air manipulated. And for you to have a sound, you need to have a voice. My hands now has become a voice because it can create sound. So, and in our vocal cords, we have a rubber-like structure in our vocal cord we call vocal folds. When you breathe in, the air passes freely. You breathe out, it passes freely. And when the air hits this vocal cord, the vocal cord begins to vibrate, and every sound that passes through the vocal cord produces a boozy sound, which is then amplified by a resonating cavity and converted into sound. We call that singing mechanism. And then you have your speech sound. So the same system of producing sound is what we have in our voice, with our hands, with everything that we use to produce sound, including the musical instrument. They follow this technique and convert it from physical mechanism into electrical mechanism for sound to be produced. So in order for sound to be produced, you need the presence of air. But air is not sound, and air is what creates sound. So air has a voice. So a voice is what uses air to produce sound. I know all these things are sounding like, this kind of a thing, I've not heard it before. But the truth of the matter is, for you to become a professional singer, you want to sing like a pro, you need to know these things. So what is a voice? Because we use our voice to sing. You want to sing, you sing with your voice. So what is voice? Voice is the source of sound production. Voice is everything put together to make sound production possible. Voice is the agents of sound production. Voice is what manipulates sounds and convert it into voice is what manipulates air and converts it into sound that we hear. So you can say, without air there is no voice, and without a voice there is no sound, and without sound there's no scale, and without scale there's no melody, and without melody you can make beautiful music. And what is music? Music is an organized sound and time. So now let me explain voice in a way that you understand. If you've ever cooked food before, you discover that one of the most important ingredients for cooking soup is water. But water is not soup. So what is soup? Soup is everything you put inside the water. The mangi, the salt, the fish, the meat, the everything. That is what we call soup. So the same thing applies to music. Air is not the voice, but air manipulated into sound is what we call voice. So air is everything that causes the free flow of sound to be converted into vibration, resonation, amplification, and then we hear it. That is what we call voice. So everything that produces sound has a voice. Everything that produces sound have the capacity to have a voice. I believe you understand this. So now that we understand what voice is, we understand how melody is created, how we create sound, and we know that the number one secret to making beautiful singing or song is melody. We said singing is making melody with words. A song is an organized melody with words. So now, how do you create melody? Because if melody is the key factor to having a great song, you must be good with creating melody. And then you use your vocal cords to create melody, to create music. So you need to understand how to use this instrument called vocal cords or vocal fold. We used to hear that the keyboard is the mother of all instruments. I used to tell people that the voice is the mother of all instruments, because before there was the keyboard, people have been singing, they've been using their voice, using their hands. So the voice is the mother of all instruments, and the voice can create every series of sound, every melody you want to think about. So you have to understand how your voice works, and your voice works in a way. Now, every sound you produce with your voice is called voice registration. Every sound you produce with your voice is called voice registration. The voice registration is gotten from your voice range. For instance, if I do I know most of us have heard this kind of sound before. Dogs do it. When we're small, we used to hear dogs doing this kind of sound. It's called vocal fry. That is a voice registration. It's actually the lowest voice registration. Vocal fry. So vocal fry is a voice registration, and you use it to sing. What's a voice registration? A voice registration is the signature sound produced by the voice. What this simply means is You know the word signature. When you sign something, no two persons have the same signature. So a signature sound is a sound that is distinct from itself. Like this vocal fry, we have your chest voice. What I'm talking with right now is called chest voice, or you can say speech level voice. So it's different from what I'm talking with, and it's different. Now somebody will say, how do you use your vocal fry? Do you use your vocal fry to sing? Yes, you do. For instance, if I said there's a popular song that goes something like this: oh, you dance, oh, you dance. You can hear that. Oh, you dance, oh, you dance. Oh, you dance. Now I'm adding breath to it, but the first one was not. There was no breath there. Oh, you dance. Or there's another thing we call in singing technique. It's called the edge. If I do, oh, do you dance? Oh, do you dance? Oh, do you dance? Like I'm crying. It's called the edge. So you see, I started with a vocal fry. Oh, would you dance if I ask you to dance? Would you laugh and never look back? You've heard people singing like that. Oh, would you let? I've forgotten the song. I can be your hero, babe. You can hear that. I can. That doesn't mean, when you're training choirs, in my years of training, when you're training choirs and you're teaching them vocal fry, most of them, whenever they want to sing a song, they start by doing no, you don't do that. In fact, you don't even allow anybody to know that you're using vocal fry. You just eat the vocal fry and then you go to your song. For instance, let's say I want to do a song like I will lift my eyes to the hills. That song is difficult. Or I want to do a song like oh, the night the stars are brightly shining. Well, that song is a serious song. So you don't just start singing with your high pitch. For instance, you start with your chest voice. Oh, the night. No, you don't do that. You start with the vocal fry, because as you sing, there are different voice restrictions that are higher than one. You get? So you start with your vocal fry. If I do, oh, the night the stars are brightly shining, it is the night of the Savior's birth. Long lay the word and sin and never responding till you appear, and the soul heard his word, a thrill of hope, a weary heart rejoices, for yonder rays a new and glorious morn. Fall on your knee, oh, hear the angels' voices all night. They find all night when Christ was born. All night they find, all night divine. You see, there's no crack in my voice, there's no strain. But if I have started the song with holy night, I'll definitely crack. So that is the benefit of using the vocal fry. So the vocal fry is the lowest voice resolution, and you also use the vocal fry to increase your range. You use the vocal fry to increase your voice range. If I'm supposed to eat a note like and I cannot eat it, I can use my vocal fry and go there. I can do so you see, I started with my vocal fry, and from there I take it up. So you see the benefit of vocal fry. Now the next voice registration is your chest voice, which is what I'm using to talk. It's called speech level singing. Most country singers, they use this voice, and it's called speech level singing. I believe you've heard songs like our sisters are green, red roses too, see them blue, far and new. Then I said to myself, what a wonderful mood. You see great singers like they sing with a speech level singing. It's called a chest voice. And after that I have a professional course where I teach all these things separately. So if you really want these particular things to be dealt with separately, you can also get that professional course. So let's just move forward so that we can round up this train. I don't want this to take more than 1 hour, and we're working with time. So let's dive into it. So like I was saying about the chest voice, it's called speech level singing. Is what you use to talk. There's some kind of song you want to do, you have to relax and start the song. If I say that I love you, Jesus, I love you, Jesus, you are so holy, holy. love you. Now I'm communicating, I'm talking. That kind of song is not the kind of song you start with, I love you, Jesus. No, it's too hard. You have to come soft. So that's some of the benefit of your chest voice. And then the next voice is your mid voice. It's called musician's voice. That's what they used to show their talent. That's what they used to show any musician you ask to sing a song now. Start with your mixed voice. Like you want to do a song like me, I'm a gospel musician, but I do all that kind of song. So let's say you want to do a song, you just start with He but you see that most people that is, I can already feel like I'm about to strain. That's how most people they start the song. They just pick a song and they just start singing very high without having this consciousness that the series we talked about melody, the series of notes that makes up the song can change. It can go up, it can come down. They don't know that. So you just start from your mid voice. Now before you know, you get to your high chest voice. You see, you find that it becomes too high. So but if you start from your vocal fry, you see, sound nice. You must not sing with that high voice and everybody say, that guy is good, it's great. No, it's just understanding that these different voice registration, you can use every single one of them. So from your mid voice you get to your high chest voice, which is very high. Look like you're straining you're stringing. You see, it look like you start call your high chest voice. Most people call it tenor singing. That is voice classification that's different. From there you now get to what we call the auxiliary voice, your falsetto. If I do there's a song by Fares, and that was what I used to learn about falsetto and Michael Jackson. It goes something like this. No, I'm not caring now. You can say have it all. You know I like it. So that's how it sounds. Your vocal, your falsetto. That's how it sounds. It's called falsetto because the word falsetto. The word setto may sound. So falsetto is false sound. Because when you sing with your falsetto, your vocal cord is completely closed. So the air has to force itself through the closed vocal cords. That's how you get your. And what you use your falsetto for, basically, is for running scales when you sing it. Your running scales. That's what you use it for. Then after that, we get to what we call your head voice. Your head voice is your. That's your head voice. You don't use it to sing. Imagine you are a worship leader and you pick up a song in church on Sunday. I want to sing, and what you do is you just went there, you did blessed be the name. It doesn't make sense. Or you do it doesn't make sense. That is your head voice. You use it for belting. There's something called belting. In music we don't shout, we scream. So you can belt, you can do that is called belting, or you run scale. All those things you use that. Then from there you now go to a whistle voice, which is the highest voice registration. Your whistle voice is the highest voice registration. So now that you understand all these things and you understand that you need to understand this different voice registration, understand singing technique in order for you to actually sing like a pro. The next we're going to look at the practical aspect. And I'm going to show you with an example how to write songs. You want to do a live song, what are the things you need to know? Because if you're a great musician, you must learn how to write songs. Yes, you start by listening to people. You want to sing like a pro, you must listen to artists. Know people that you mimic, have mentors that you follow. Like when I started, I had a lot of people that was mimic Lucky Dube, Bob Marley, Michael Jackson. When I was mimicking Lucky Dube, I used to do this thing that he does in the song. I used to do that because there was one of his songs that started like that. Then Michael Bolton, baby, I would be your soul provider. I'll be listening to songs like that. But Bob Marley, Michael Jackson, this Michael Jackson song was there's a time in the world and I know that it is love. I'll be listening to all those kind of songs, old school songs. I'll be making them learn to sing like that. And those are the things that build up my singing abilities. Before I started going to school, went to 10th String Music Institute, studied music, and did online courses. Take courses like Brett Manning course, Singing to Success, Rogers Love courses, Ken Zeppelin, how to sing better than anybody else. I started taking all these courses to develop myself. And Today I can sing, I can train people, I can teach people. So it comes with you learning from others, mimicking people, listening to songs, scoring song, getting to know how song is structured. When it comes to writing of song, this song is structured. How do people structure their song? In terms of songwriting, you have to know all these things in order for you to be a pro. And you have to practice. You have to learn. You have to sing like it's your last song. You have to look at yourself in the mirror and do a lot of things. So all these things are the things you do in order for you to become a professional singer. And also you need to know how song is structured and how song is written. So in our next class, or in the next part of this training, we're going to look at the practical aspect on how we can play the keyboard and master the act of creating melody. See you there. I believe this has been a wonderful time. In our next class, we'll continue with that. Thank you very much. My name is Tomke Israel. I'm a voice coach, a keynote speaker, and a talent development expert, and the CEO of Talent Bank International Academy. Thank you for such a wonderful time.